become involved in drug and alcohol abuse, drop out of school, and suffer from health and emotional problems. Now, according to the organization, boys are more likely to be involved in crime, and girls are more likely to become pregnant as teens. Now, from our Bloemfontein studios, we are joined by author and motivational speaker Charlie Peterson, who grew up without a father. Very good morning to you. Charlie, how are you today?
I'm good yourself, Eben. Thank you.
I'm good, man. Great to be talking to you, man. Just tell us your story quickly. Growing up without a father, it's always very difficult, and there are very many social pitfalls that come with it, isn't there?
Yes, Eben, and I think, but there's hope, I'm listening to a lot of statistics about, how fatherless children end up, but I can say there's hope. Look at us, look at me, look at a lot of other children that grew up without fathers, but it's not an easy road. It's not an easy road, Eben, I just want to sum up what is in my book, Growing Up Without a Father, Are We a Fatherless Nation? I'm stating as saying that as we consider today's society, we can undoubtedly notice the social issues that we are faced and that are linked to the absence of fathers in homes. The rate of single parenthood is on the rise. The divorce rate is on the rise. Homosexuality phenomenon is coming, very strong. Gangsterism and youth suicides are increasing in our society. Studies have shown that most people in prison are there because of the lack of fathers' involvement in their lives. Substance abuse, we can see what's happening. Sexual encounters among youth are on the rise, leading to teenage pregnancies. Juvenile and young adult prostitution has become a growing issue in our country, and all is because of fatherlessness, the guidance that, a father needs to give in a house. I grew up even without a father, I actually, when one goes to gatherings, I was always saying that my mother is my father. When you have to introduce your father, you introduce your mother as your mother and father. And that is really not, it costs a lot of scars. There's a lot of children that cannot stand the pressure. I met my...
Charlie, sorry to interrupt you, but your T-shirt is just jumping right out at me. The question on your T-shirt is the one that I want you to answer for us. It says there, are we a fatherless nation on your T-shirt? I like that because maybe you can tell us how this plays out.
All right, are we a fatherless nation? If one go back even to the Bible, Adam was created first to give guidance and direction, to the world, because our Father who's number one in heaven, that's why the prayer also, that's why, there's a phrase from Toomey Fraser that said, broken people breed broken families, and broken families breed broken communities that breed broken nations. If there's no father figures or father figure in anything, look at the home. If the father is not there to give guidance, as a boy, I was sharing with people, I asked my peer when I started dating, what do I do? What is my first thing now that I need to do? Something that my father was supposed to tell me. And my peer, my friend, just gave me the opposite thing. That will also create some other children, because he will tell you that you kiss and you do this. And also if one look at girls, even that, if a father is not there, that's why I said, what is concerning is that boys become men without the confidence of fatherhood, and girls become women and wives without having the inner security and self-affirmation that their fathers should have taught them. That is why one will see young girls falling in love with older men. They call them now blessers. They are actual fact fathers. They are looking for love and affirmation.
It used to be called the sugar daddy, wasn't it?
Sugar daddy, now they are modernized now. They call them blessers.
I
bless you of this.
I don't like that term at all. But listen, I wanted you to wrap up a little bit on a positive note. Tell us, in your own life, how you're bringing up your children now, and what should us men be thinking about with regards to our children? Because sometimes it's maybe a little bit too late for ourselves, and the hurt and the pain and the loss and all that sort of things you have to come to terms with. So what do you think we should be doing?
All right, it's not too late. You know what I did as a young man growing up? I picked some role models for me. You know, one of my biggest role models is Tate Pietros Mulimela, you know, the previous owner of Bloom Celtics. I'm also the author of his book, I Have Seen It All. So I followed him, you know, he was my shadow father. So my advice to a lot of youngsters growing up without fathers, pick up in the community where you stay a role model, you know, read a lot of books, look at great people that grew up without fathers who have made it in life. You know, make it your mission to look at the positive things. And also for fathers now, because I grew up without a father, I tended to try and spoil my children, which is also wrong, because now things that I couldn't have as a little child, I wanted to spoil my children. And the Bible said, spare the rod and spoil the child. So to fathers now is that, let's get involved with the lives of our children. Let's be there when they have sport activities. Let's help them with their homework. And also in communities, I know, you know, as South Africans, we were raised that your uncle is your father.
Yeah.
Your aunt is your mother. Let's go back to the basics as South Africans and start caring for the orphans, the poor and everyone. Let's embrace them. Let's pick them up. And let's stand up, you know, and say, I'll be your father from now, you know, you who grew up without a father.
Charlie, I love you, man. Happy Father's Day. Have a good weekend.
Love you too, Yemen.
Fantastic. That's what it's about. Charlie is what it's about. We need to be present. We have to do the homework. And our man who's just become a father once again is with us. Kenda Machamate has become a father. Your baby's a couple of weeks old?
Yeah, he's 23 days old.
23 days old. Now we've just heard about all the social ills that could happen to your children if the father's not there. You still smelling that beautiful baby smell.
Baby smell. You know, it brings me to work because I know what I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
You know, I know what I'm doing it for, and it's a great thing to be present in my children's lives.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. Of course, we're dealing with Father's Day weekend. We ask you the question, what do men want?